Okay, is it a good thing or a bad thing or just a weird thing that I kind of want to let the guy that I did that pitch call with yesterday. I mean, first, let me just say, I'm not 100% sure that it's a scam. I mean, yeah, I am. Yeah, it's totally a scam. Anyways, but there's part of me that kind of wants to let him know, hey, buddy, if you're trying to scam people, here are some tips. You should act more convincing. You should act, like you're excited about this opportunity that you're, going to help somebody with. And also, you should ask, questions that make it seem more legit. I mean, like some questions like that were asked, but like not enough. Anyways, so the other thing I've noticed is there is part of me. So first, like I did file a report to the Federal Trade Commission, which is cool. Like I feel proud of myself. Like, oh yeah, adulting. And it's easier than I expected. So y'all should totally do that when you see scams. But I want to wait. I'm supposed to have a meeting with them this morning. I'm not going to bother going to it, but I'm going to wait for them to email me. And depending on how that email goes, I might respond with, yeah, this is a scam and all that kind of stuff. I did actually say something during the call yesterday, like at the end. I've got it recorded. Carl and I rewatched the pitch interview thing. I might post it somewhere if y'all are interested. But the guy was like, at one point, he's like, okay, well, like this is the program, and we ask that you invest this much, like in this thing. The ask was for $3,000, which if all of those things were legit, would totally be worth it. Be worth it 100%. But because there is not enough evidence to support that this thing is real, and there is more than enough evidence to support that this is a scam, I mean, honestly, guys, if I did have $3,000 just to throw around, I would just give it to him just to see. I mean, like it's become one of my favorite things this past couple of years actually, to interact with scammers when I have time and energy, just to see what their game is. Like, I want to be like the undercover detective. If someone could just hire me to be like the mystery shopper of online scams to get like an inside look and stuff, like that would be great. So if anybody knows, any like good Samaritans with lots of cash that want to, support someone in that adventure, like let me know. I'm your girl. Anyways, yeah, but I'm very tempted. I mean, I will tell them that I reported the Federal Trade Commission and that I know they're a scam. But there's part of me that does want to give them some tips. Okay, so the last thing that I want to share real quick is, okay, so first, Facebook is not doing, so I first came across this thing on Facebook, a paid ad. And so I don't know if it's a combination of, like people having access to AI. Because, I mean, the stuff doesn't look AI generated, but let's just say with AI, and don't get me wrong, I love AI, but with AI and also with people becoming more design savvy and realizing that if something is professionally presented and worded properly, that people are more likely to fall for it. It's more important than ever that people become more visually literate and just more conscious of, you need to look things up. Like, don't just accept anything at face value. Like, follow the website, ask questions. So here's what I did with this. I was like, well, first, let me go to Kevin Harrington's official website, Instagram. Was there any mention of this thing that I could find? Not that I could find. You'd think if he was doing this thing that he'd be promoting it. Second, and this is a little geeky, I went to the Whois directory and I looked at who owns this domain, where was it registered. Now, interesting thing is that the website for this thing is registered by the same company that registered the actual Kevin Harrington's official website, which personally causes me to think that this is, in fact, a scam and that it is genuinely connected to him, but like, like a degree of separation in order to be able to, I don't know, try and claim some deniability for people that aren't savvy enough to look shit up like that. Anyways, so the other thing was, the guy, his attitude in the call was just completely wrong. And so, but it showed his name on Zoom. So I went and looked him up. And the thing that came up online was a picture of him, and I know that that picture is of him because I saw him in video moving and stuff in real time, interacting with me. So that is the guy I was interacting with. Well, I come across a website, picture of him, and it lists him as like a 25-year-old guy from Serbia. He's an athlete. What's a 25-year-old Serbian doing interviewing people for an entrepreneurship show filmed in Florida? I'm not saying it's impossible, but it's highly unlikely, and I mean, I hate to say it, but when you're dealing with stuff like this and you've got a lot of foreigners involved, like, it's way more likely to be a scam. I don't understand what's going on the other side of the world, why they don't seem to have like ethics and stuff like that. It's not all of them, but man, a lot of them, let me tell you, like every time I get some sort of scam thing, it's almost always someone from India or China or something like that, and if you think about it, I mean, that they've got time, and if they just, if this guy, if he just got one person to give him $3,000, like, it's probably good. Anyways, so guys, pay attention to stuff. And also, if anybody wants to help me work on a board game, or a game of any type, that teaches people how to identify scams, what to look for and what to be suspicious of, let me know. I actually really enjoyed the experience. I should thank the person for the experience because I got a whole bunch of stuff put together I needed to do because I had a deadline. I got some practice for my pitching. I got, I had fun playing internet detective, now I'm making videos about it. Come on, universe. I can spend anything you give me. So yeah, guys, be safe out there. Oh, the other thing is Facebook. I've noticed at least 10 different entrepreneurship, opportunity type things along the same veins. There's definitely some sort of crazy scam going out there, and it's kind of ridiculous that Facebook isn't monitoring their stuff well. So yeah, be careful.